This is a short tutorial on how to use some of the tools in Google Drawings. I am shooting this at school, so if you hear background noise, that's why. They keep making announcements, and I'm tired of restarting the video. So I will just power through any announcements that get made. So this is a Google Drawing. You can use it to make all kinds of things, like an infographic or a poster for a project, and there's all different ways to manipulate it. So say I wanted to create a map of concept ideas. So I might draw a box and I might want to change the color of that box and I might want to put words in it. So I double click on the box and it gives me a place to type, and I might want to change where that typing is, put it in the middle. I might want to put it at the top of the box, or I might want to put it in the middle of the box. There's all sorts of tools you can use. You can even add numbered lists and bulleted lists. And if you click over here, you get a few more format options. So you can do all sorts of different things with that. But say I want to connect DNA to another idea. I'm going to go ahead and make another shape. And this time my shape is going to be a different color. So I'm going to go ahead and change that color. And if I double click on it, I'm going to make it smaller so that it matches the word. And now I want to connect these two. And there's lots of different ways to do that. You can do a regular line, which is the default. But then the problem with that, and when you do that and you connect to these purple dots, it's actually kind of nice because you can move it around. But the problem is when you move it around like this, you end up with the line crossing over. So that's not real convenient. So what I like to use are connectors. So if you click here and you click elbow connector, I'm going to click there just like the other one, and I'm going to connect it like that. That way, now whenever I drag it and I change positions, it goes around the object and it no longer draws a line in front of the object. And you can do elbowed connectors or you can do curved connectors, which are the same thing, just a curve instead of a sharp angle. And again, moving it all over the place. And it changes the shape and sort of keeps that line out of the way. So that's connectors and objects. You can also add things like images. So you can upload an image from your computer if you're working from home. You can search the web. You can upload from your Drive or your Google Photos. If you found a picture online and you have the web address, you can use that. And sometimes you can use a camera if your computer is compatible. So I'm going to search the web for this, but keep in mind, you need to make sure you're choosing images that you can use. If you don't know how to do that, then you want to make your images from scratch. Choose a simple image. I select it, click insert. It might come out really large as it comes in, and I don't want it that large, so I might want to make it smaller and move it. I might want to add an image, and you can search anything, of DNA. I'm going to add this image. And again, it's really big, and if I move it in front of something, I'm not going to be able to see that something. So I'm going to make it smaller. And put it right here. And I can also turn it so that it's angled. And now I have a picture of my DNA with my DNA. You can insert other things. You can insert a table just like you can in Google Docs. You can insert a chart from Sheets, or you can make one from scratch. You can insert a diagram. These are some diagrams you can choose from to insert. This is a little bit more complicated, so you might want to play around with that a bit more. You can also insert word art. And so I'm going to say, this is my title. I'll go ahead and move my word art up there, move my sun out of the way. And then you can change parts of the word art, like I might want it to be a different font and a different color. Remember that anything that you have on your drawing, if it's off the edges, is not going to show up if you print it or you download it. So you want to make sure everything is within the edges of your drawing. I can make it bold. I can make it italic. All sorts of things. If you want to add a link so that if somebody clicks on these words, it sends them to a link online, you can do that. And then there's other format options you can pick here, such as a shadow or a reflection, although the reflection doesn't always turn out right when I use it. So that's a quick overview of Google Drawings. One more thing I want to add, text box. You can just do text by itself. You can always add a text box. Most objects you draw, you can add text to. If it's an image, if you double click on it, you can crop it, which means that you can actually cut it in half or make it smaller so you can crop a larger image into a small one. There are lots of tutorials out there with way more information, so you can always do another search. So if I didn't cover anything that you were looking for, find another one on YouTube, and good luck with your project.